This is a stock Yukon. This is a lifted Yukon. Which is a better buy? And I think at the end of the video, my opinion and the right answer. It's gonna surprise you. Alright, to start off, we're gonna go with the stock Yukon. Really? There's nothing changed on this vehicle besides these wheels, which I'm gonna go over here in a second. If you're somebody that does like chrome, right? You will have that chrome bumper and quite a bit of chrome going throughout this front and then on the trim of the sides here. You do have the red GMC badge right here. Got same headlights as you're gonna see in this one. And then to go around the side here, you will have that chrome badging. Some chrome going along the side, and the Denali badge is also going to be chrome, as well as your handles and your trim on your door frames. The only thing we actually changed about this vehicle was putting the larger 22-inch GMC wheels on it instead of the stock 20 ones. But they are going to still be the GMC wheels. This does have magnetic ride control. A lot of times people think that magnetic ride control gets deleted when you lift something. Some lift kits do that. The ones we put on are nice lift kits. They don't do that. Heading in here, we see the iconic Denali luxury interior. With these seats here, you are gonna see you get the iconic Denali leather. You've got the moving center console, the decent sized infotainment system. I believe it's a 12-inch. And then you're gonna get a heads-up display, adaptive cruise control for long car rides to make them easy, as well as Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, to make it easy for folks to connect their phones without any wires. Yeah, it's a Denali. It is super nice. One of the biggest reasons you buy these vehicles is that you and your families can be nice and comfortable and kind of living in luxury in a car. At the entire 9 yards, that doesn't change in the lifted vehicle or the stock vehicle. All right, onto the back seat now. I will say one of the really cool features that these new Denalis have is we got the option for captain seats with the armrests in your second row here. Let's hop in, see how much space we got back here. Another cool thing is at the front of this vehicle, you actually have controls to be able to fold these third row seats all the way down and then fold them back up. They fold real neatly and quietly. It's not like a big button where you pull it and then they go. As a 6'1" man, I'm more than comfortable back here, guys. Denali, Yukons, they know how to keep people comfortable. With the trunk space here, obviously, I mean, you do get a good amount right here because of the vehicle's height. You can stack up things, but if you do need more for, say, longer hauls, if you're only bringing 4 people and you had a beach trip, you get these buttons right here that give you the ability to fold down the seats. All I've got to do is press right and left. So ultimately, you really do have an immense amount of space back here just by folding those seats down. But without it folded down, you know, it's a good trunk space for groceries and stuff like that. First off, if you want to come over here, actually, you can see them a little bit better. We put a 3-inch Ready Lift SST kit on this Yukon Denali. That is going to be capable of maintaining your magnetic ride control. It's not going to rid of it at all. The ride quality of the vehicle, people think when you lift a vehicle, does it mess up your ride quality? That's when you get into higher lift systems. It's like they do offer a 5-inch, a 3-inch lift system will not dampen the quality of the ride to the point of what anybody has told you before. I've ridden these things so many times. If there's a difference, it's super minor. We wrapped these 22x10 fuel catalysts in 295/50 R22 Toyo Open Country AT3s. Not only does riding up in this with this lift and these tires and wheels just make you look like that mom or dad, but AT stands for all-terrain. That Toyo Open Country in rain or snow or even mud is going to be a much better tire overall than this one, which is built for just, going through light rain and long car rides. Now, over here, we had chrome, right? We had that chrome grill. On this guy, we went ahead and blacked the entire thing out, blacked out the symbols. We call it a Krietz burger out, or Krietz blackout, because we literally do everything when it comes to the roof, and the fish fin antenna at the top, the mirrors. We actually go out and black out the entire thing so that when you do pull up to a soccer match or you're on a long haul, people look out the window and be like, it honestly looks like a Secret Service vehicle. Does it not recognize you like a Nick Fury walking out of it and just like, looks is a big part of it. I mean, not only are you going to spend $70,000 to $80,000 on a vehicle, but then having to go ahead and spend another 10 grand getting it to look the way you want it to look, that's a pain in the butt, especially adding another financing on top of that. With this at Krietz Customs, we can just finance that lift kit into the price of your vehicle. And that way you're not getting it at MSRP anymore. Since it's our vehicle, you get it at all price. That lift kit now drops and those wheels and tires drop, right? Because that's what we can get it for because we're a dealer for those things. That's one of the nice things that we like to offer. Would you not also like to get a lift kit done by somebody that does it every day, probably 35 times? We put out an immense amount of vehicles here every single day into our inventory with lift kits just like this, bigger or more complex. I know a lot of small body shops say they will do your lift and know how to do it. I have had terrible experiences and trust in that, but please, by all means, try it out before coming to us. We got plenty more for you. That one's Monday. Go ahead and call us if you want anything like it at 301-694-4642 or go to Krietz.com.